Hello and welcome to today's video. I've got this Nexxo van from Burstner. It's the T620G to show you. It's on a Citroën base. Somebody wrote and said I said basis in another film when I was doing another vehicle. So it's Citroën base, not basis. And we're going to now have a look at it. Now, this vehicle here, it's new, but it's a 2022 model. It costs 78,000 euros, 660 centimeters in length. And what we'll now do is we're going to have a walk around it. So to show you, this is a vehicle for two, or in this case, it's actually a vehicle for three. So at the back, we've got the German layout, which you will be familiar with. There is an extra piece currently in the garage, which fits in here to make a really big bed, which you can get an idea of from this angle. We have got, at both sides, there is a window. Note that the fly screen and the blackout blind are separate. Is that a good idea or is it a bad idea? I don't know, because I'm so used to them being in one piece. But if you've got any thoughts on the matter, put them below. Up here we've got a window in the roof, and of course there is, as you'd expect, storage at the back, and that's how deep it is. Now, I've had the question put to me on a few times about sitting up in bed. Now, there is, in this case here, it is very, very difficult to do. Now, one thing I've got this really big cushion. Not cushion, it's a pillow, isn't it? A pillow, which I saw, in my case, because of this pillow and by putting other pillows in, I could actually do it in this van. But one thing I did do in one of my other vehicles, which I'm not doing in this one I've got at present, it's not really possible, but what I did was I put it against, when I wanted to sit up in bed, I did it over there. Now the question is, of course, would you want to sleep with your head over there or not? Now there is a problem with one of my viewers who will possibly, I'm sure will be seeing this video, so might want to make a comment on this one, who suffers from acid reflux. Now, I've had a couple of times when I've suddenly had to pull myself up. No, it doesn't happen very often, but so I'm lying down, pull myself up because I have difficulty breathing, and I don't know if that's acid reflux or what it is. But yeah, if you're under here, you suddenly pull yourself up and you bang your head against the locker. So I do appreciate that. Anyway, that's a little one on the side to think about. We think it's going to be a problem, then you really don't want to have lockers here at all. As much as I'm in favour of storage. Okay, you've got there your plugs, USB, and we've got lights as well. And good. Now, under the bed, as you would normally expect with a German layout, you have storage down here. Oh, there's one. And I noticed whilst I'm in here that the wheel arch has got this on top of it. And you've got on the other side. And there's your fuses. There's also storage there in the steps leading up to the bed. Washroom comes with two, I shall demonstrate. There you are, two drainage holes, proper domestic size, very large washroom in a 660 centimeter long vehicle. Up here we've got this, which will comes out like that, and that goes there. And if you're one of these people who doesn't want to get the toilet wet, you've got this screen. It's not one of these plastic ones that actually sticks to you. Yeah, so that's a much bigger improvement on the shower curtain, which often one sees in motorhomes. And I don't honestly understand why a shower curtain is still used. That's only if you don't want to get the toilet wet for whatever reason. We've also got a bit of storage here as well. Now, on the other side, we have the kitchen and sink, 2 burners, drawers below. So what's in here then? And drawers down there. That big black bag, well, it's not that big, but that black bag has your instruction books in there. I've noticed that most people don't tend to read them, or even for that matter, open them very often. And there's your fridge. Burners, yeah, quite nice looking. Only 2. Some people want 3. There's your lights. As for when you come in today, I didn't touch them because it's nice and light. Okay, table's large, and I've left the this out here because I'm going to come back and read it a bit later. So storage up here, and quite large. This one here is also got for the television. We've got the plugs up there. Should have been there's the preparation for the television. I'll talk a bit more about that a bit later. So up here we've got 1 and 2 roof windows, and the roof window will let the light stream in. Now always keep this open on a sunny day to allow the air to escape, if of course if that is closed, the outer window. When this happens, that can cause the window to buckle because heat builds up behind it. Okay, it's on a Citroën base and it's a Citroën manual. And now I know that many people aren't so keen on the Citroën manual, or in fact there's only a Citroën manual. I don't think there's any motorhomes on a Citroën automatic. So anyway, I can't really say from my own opinion. I know there's people don't want Citroën, don't want Fiat, don't want Ford or something like that, usually because they had a bad experience. I can only say that in my experience that I don't have anything against any of these engines. Anyway, let's have a oh, and there's the wide door. It's got a window in it. It's got a bin, and it's got a blackout, but it doesn't have a mosquito net because it doesn't open. This door, as an option, it has, or it's part of a packet, which I'll show you in a moment. It's got 2 closing points. So I open this here. 1, 2, and there's the step. Let's have now look at outside. That's for the fridge. Gas. We'll have a look in here. Oh. And so you can see you've got a very large garage here, but what we have here also is a couple of pieces of equipment I'm going to talk about. This is the infill for the make the bed a double bed. Below that we've got this piece of equipment, which is to make a single bed in the semi-dinette. And we'll have a look at the pricing for that in a moment. Note also on the other side there's also another large door. The other door on the other side is not as large as the door on this side though. and lashing straps. So it's very wide, and of course with a light. Let's close this. There you go, Burstner. So what I'm now going to do is I lift this out, never done this before, and we're going to go through what we've got on the in the vehicle. Is that suitably, just check, is that okay? Yeah, I think that's okay. So we've got technical details 660 by 220, width 285 high, inner height 198. Now empty weight 2,807, giving 693 kilos of payload. That is not a ready to go, that's the genuine empty weight. You can see it's got 1 kilometer on the clock. And it's got the environmental sticker for emissions class Euro 6E. Okay, right, so there we have the pricing, and we've got some of the so it's got a Citroën safety packet. Now some of the equipment that goes with it, because we've got a base price there, 61,390, so we're going to get up to nearly 78,000. So that is the sunroof. So with the blackout and the mosquito screen, we've got the awning, and it's got LED lighting, 3.5 meters long. So this seating group will make a bed, so nearly 500 euros for that bit that makes a bed up front. And if you know my opinion on that, you can write it down below. There's a wastewater tank which is heated via a spiral, so a heating spiral within the wastewater tank itself. There's now the preparation for the television. Vorbereitung means preparation, but that doesn't. That's just the cabling for it, as well as obviously the outdoor 230 12-volt plugs. The media center with navigation and reversing camera. I think that's essential, particularly if you're just learning to do this. Get a reversing camera until you got used to it. I know the brilliant drivers among you don't need it. I need it. I'm not a brilliant driver. I've forgotten what the word Halterung means. I know, it's the flat screen. Yeah, it's for the flat screen which comes up front, and the comfort packet Citroën Nexxo Van. So this is this packet there, nearly 5,000 euros, and this climate control with manual adjustment. It's got outer mirrors which are electrical and heated, intelligent traction control. It's got speed control warner. I couldn't remember the word for that in English. It's got airbag. It's got the seats match the seats up front match the ones in the back. It's got a premium outer Aufbautor. It's got a premium door with 2-point closing and a window. It's got electrical Einsteigstufe. Can't remember what that means. Sorry. Can't remember what that means. Okay, we're stuck on that one. It's got the front seats will turn round, and the I think I just said that, didn't I? I'm getting confused here. The thing matches. I must have been putting it the wrong one. But anyway, so the seats in the front match that in the rear, and we've got central locking. We've got I've got lighting in extra lighting in the toilet, and we've got aluminium frames on the windows. And right, so we've got 230 in the garage. We've got a window in the roof with blackout and mosquito screen. We've got radio with a DAB antenna, and we've got indirect lighting under the storage cabinets. I think that's great. Things today, I mean, such a lovely sunny day, it's not needed. And so I also got Citroën active packet Nexxo Van costing $2,264. Got Alu hubs, 16-inch LED daylight running lights. It's got aluminium bits on the dashboard, and it's also got chrome as well. That's another point on the extras. It's got a leather steering wheel. It's got a spoiler protection rear tube. All right, good. It's got a active Bestickung. What's that? I've forgotten. Well, whatever Bestickung means, I've forgotten that one now. It's got a multifunction. Multifunction thing. The word isn't these bits here. Whatever. What multifunction bits on the on your steering wheel, and yeah, and I mentioned this has got chrome additions on the instrument panel. Anyway, so there you go. That's what it's going to cost, and well, that's delivery and paperwork. So they ended up with your 78,000 euros for this. Now, if this were a 2024 model, for example, it would, or 2023 model, you would be even looking at more money for it. Right, good. So I'm sorry, I forgot a couple of words there. I should have actually read this properly before I actually did it. But anyway, these things happen sometimes when you're doing videos. And now, I studied linguistics at university, unfortunately not in German. And now I did have an interesting experience though. A couple of weeks ago, it was a translation to do. I asked, can you speak Spanish? Yeah, of course, no problem. I lived in Spain, went to university in Spain. I no problem there whatsoever, spoke Spanish at home. And anyway, so writing something up in Spanish, well, half the words in English I didn't understand what they meant, because it was about cars, and it was like one of these things, it was one of these price lists. And the thing was, okay, I haven't had a car now since 2011. I've got no interest in cars whatsoever. I know what they are. They're them things that run around on the streets, which funny people use that haven't got the decency to go around in a proper motorhome or a camper van. And so I didn't really understand it in English, never mind anything else. So first I looked up what it was in English, and then what I did was I got a Mercedes specification in Spanish, and then I worked it out from there what was what. So I mean, okay, so then I can understand it. This is technical language and quite difficult therefore to understand. Anyway, so that's my excuse for not knowing what everything was then. And okay, maybe I spend so much time in Germany, I should know German much better, but unfortunately I don't. 50% of what I read, well, I'm exaggerating a bit, no, I am exaggerating, but 40% of my research, historical research, uses the German language as base. But then again, that's totally different to what I've got here. Good. So anyway, there you go. This is the Bürstner van, 660 centimeters long. It's new. It can be driven out right now should you be interested. Lots more vehicles for you to see here. Thanks very much for watching.